Good evening. Welcome to the latest edition of Storm Report Live. I am one of your co-hosts, general manager, and co-owner of the Southern Vermont Storm, and I'm joined by my co-host, interviewer extraordinaire, and large in charge, Adam Samrov. And our guest is James Mooney tonight. With that, we'll kick it right off.
That's a hell of an introduction. I like it. Let's keep that one in the archive.
That's right.
All right. So just wanted to ask you a few questions. Tell me, a little bit of how you got involved with the Storm and where you kind of found out about us and coming to our workout last week.
Absolutely. So I initially found out about the Storm by going to an Albany Firebirds tryout, actually. And I had ended up leaving, unfortunately not making the team. But then my older brother sent me a link to a workout that you guys were holding at the end of March. And I said, you know what? This has got to be a sign. I got to take my opportunity.
And, let's, talk about that workout last Saturday at Hoffman, at the St. Rose complex. I think we had somewhere in the vicinity of 40 guys, and, we ran a little bit of practice, getting guys used to the coaches, Coach Jim Grimes, our head coach, myself as an offensive line coach, Gary Williams and Dennis Cousin as other coaches as well. And Brian Grimes, going to be helping out as well in there. Jim's son. What do you think of the vibe? What kind of, what did you think when you met some of these guys, and what was kind of the vibe for you going in?
Absolutely. As soon as I showed up, I could tell everybody was really tight, especially the leaders on the team. You can tell who they are. Troy is the only person that I know by name right now, but I can already tell stand-up guy, great guy. And everybody just seems to be bought in. Coaches, players, everybody.
Let's find out a little bit about your football story. When did you start playing football, and who was kind of your main driver to push you kind of towards the sport?
So I actually started playing football in first grade, and it was an honestly random whim decision. I remember walking through the hallway one day, and I was like, you know what? I think I want to be a football player. So I went home that day. I told my mom, my dad, and they've honestly been the biggest supporters that I've had throughout my entire life. Never missed a game, never missed a play. Every day, making sure I was at practice, making sure I was eating right, making sure I was up on time. They're honestly my biggest support system, them and the rest of my family.
Awesome. Tell me a little about, obviously you play, you said first grade, so you're talking the Pop Warner thing. Where did you start in there? Where did you play the Pop Warner, and then where did you go when you got into the high school ranks?
Yeah, so I've played for Averill Park my entire life. I moved out here when I was pretty young, and that was when I decided that I wanted to play football. They got a great program out there, great coaches, stuff like that. And I played all 16 years, all the way through high school.
Okay. Talk about that. Averill Park, I think you guys are at A school, or maybe that's different now, but I think you guys have been in A. Talk about your time playing in Section 2, and, arguably the toughest conference in the state of New York, I would say, and is for Section 2. Just talk about your time playing at Averill Park. And, coaches, maybe a coach or two, somebody that really, pushed you in the right direction and got you, really going in the football.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It was a great time to play at Averill Park. All 16 years, it was driven into us that we were a family. Everybody's always together. And that's the mentality that I carry myself for any team that I play with. And as for coaches, my favorite coach of all time, Coach Earl, he found me in middle school, tried to convince me to play modified, but I stayed on Pop Warner one more year. And then eventually when I did get up into high school, he transferred from middle school to the high school coaching. And he's just absolute blessing in my life. Pushed me every day, showed me my defensive techniques, never gave up on me. Even the days when, I was down on myself and I wasn't making plays, he was right there in my ear, letting me know, giving me confidence, making sure that I knew that I was that player.
And then, you graduated from high school. What year did you graduate from high school?
2021.
21. Okay. So you've been out for a couple of years now. What's been happening going forward? Did you, go to school, or, just decided that I want to put the pads back on?
So I was going to go to college and play football, but I decided that it really wasn't for me. The timing and the finances really wasn't right. And obviously I wasn't going to get a full ride scholarship coming out of Averill Park, stuff like that. So I decided to take some time off, try to find myself as a person. And I decided that without the game, I just wasn't happy. It's just not, it's not something that I was ready to give up at the time. And it's still not something that I'm ready to give up ever.
Okay. No, I definitely, your path is very similar to like for me, and this isn't about me, but this is just, a way to relate to you. Like, I went to Tamarack, so it wasn't too far from Averill Park, and similar deal. I had an interest in playing college, but at the end of the day, much like yourself, I decided to not do that. And I did go to college, but I didn't play. But like 2 years after high school, 2 years after college, I'm like, I need something. And then the Storm was created in 2006. So I definitely understand where you're coming from in terms of it's an opportunity. You missed it. Now you got to grab a hold of it and never let it go.
Absolutely.
And that's one of the things. And I played for the Storm into 2012. I only played the 1 year, but I've been around the Storm for, now it's going to go on almost 15. And we have so many different stories like that. We have guys that played in college or, won state titles in high school, played in college, whatever, it could be D1, D2, D3, Hudson Valley, whatever. We got guys, in the past, we had guys that played for Mount Anthony because the team is based in Bennington, Vermont, and these are guys that played and they were like 40 something when they played for us. And they, were getting it done, at all different positions, line, receiver, defensive backs, that kind of thing. So to me, the story of the Storm is the guys. Everybody's got a different story and we all come together in the mold. And I think that's going to be something that happens this year. And I wonder if that's, hearing that, I wonder if that's something you think about when you saw these guys on Saturday. Like it's all different it's guys from all walks of life. It's older, younger, everything.
Yeah, absolutely. On Saturday, I saw a bunch of different guys, but like I said, they were just all a bunch of like tight knit guys. That was the thing. Everybody knew each other. We were all dapping each other up. Even me as the new kid, I was getting high fives in the warm up lines, telling me I was doing a good job. It really is a tight knit team, and you can tell that from the very second you step in.
That's good to hear. That's sorry, I don't mean to step on you, Adam.
No, that's okay. I just go along. You can shut me off.
No, I appreciate
There's a little mute button that you can just go mute.
Yeah. So like that like going into it, like I know Coach Grimes and I have spoken, Adam and I have spoke too. Like there was some like anxiety going into that event because it's kind of like I don't want to say we're starting over, but every year is a new year, and you hope that you don't lose the culture. Like there's certain things that is a benchmark or a watermark for us is being welcoming and trying to, be a family from the offset. It's not easily done. And I was very encouraged to see that nothing's changed on that aspect because it's not like that everywhere. Sometimes you just walk into somewhere like this isn't for me and I can't wait for this to be over. I'm going to guess based on your experience, you can't wait for it to start.
Yeah, so absolutely. I can't wait to be with the guys.
That's encouraging.
I wanted to ask a little bit. It's a little off the thing, but I know there's some talks to hopefully maybe get a chance to talk to some of the Firebirds things. So I think that could be a good match for us. But tell me a little bit about that tryout. Like, I mean, obviously they're running a really high quality organization, the same as what we do. Just talk about being a part of that and just saying, hey, I'm gonna give it a shot to play pro ball.
Yeah, absolutely. I was playing flag for a little bit, trying to get a feel for the game back in, get my situational awareness back. And after about 2 seasons, one outdoor, one indoor, I came across this yet another link, kind of like with your guys' workout. And I said, you know what? Why not give it my best shot? So I showed up and did everything that I could. And there were even some guys at that workout that came to the Storm workout.
Mm-hmm. So like I said, I think that's a good thing because it's like you see the high level of the players we have here, which I think is
absolutely.
I think is something that and the thing is, it's like you see that in all the different teams around here. So like the NFL, when people say, oh, it's amateur football, it's this, it's that. It's like you got high quality players here, guys that we're like you. Hey, I'm not done putting the pads on yet. So
hungry guys.
No, the question that I ask almost every single time, and I think it's a good one at least, being the new guy here and, being in a position where you feel like you need to prove yourself, what should your teammates expect from you? And what do you hope to see from them?
From me, you can expect just an absolute determined drive to win. I'm ultra competitive. Winning is amazing and losing sucks. Everybody absolutely knows that losing sucks. Nobody likes losing and everybody likes winning. So that's what you're going to get from me. Absolutely. It's just an absolute drive and determination to do everything that I can to better myself and the team as a whole so we can win together.
Now, what do you think you bring to the field? Like, I watched some of your film, this past weekend as you're going through the process of, accepting, people into the team. Like for you, defensively, what do you feel you bring to a defensive unit? And I know you also have a desire to potentially play some snaps on offense. Given offense and defense, what do you think is your best asset?
Definitely my athleticism and my ranginess. I can get across the field faster than I think most. And I personally, when the ball's in the air, I do everything that I can to attack it. In my mind, there's nobody that's going to come down with the football but me, especially when it's thrown up my way.
I want to say that I'm looking at the comments and seeing the Facebook comments, and you got a fan club, my guy. You have a lot
That's
of
my
people
family, man. I
are
love
watching you tonight. No, I love that because again, that's something also that we talk about. You hear in sports, it's cliche almost like about family, but we really are here. It's it's the guys that play. It's parents. It's spouses. It's everybody involved is a part of that Storm family when you get to be a part of what we're doing. So I saw that and I was like, boy, this kid's got a fan club.
No, that's a beautiful thing.
It is.
Like there's nothing worse than feeling alone, whether it's on a football field or it's in life. Like it matters. Support system matters. People that care about you matter. And the biggest thing is too, like when someone cares about you and matters, they matter to you too. You want to make them proud. You want to do those right things. So very great. That's very nice to see.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's like each one is like I'm the mom that screams and yells for the whole team. I love it.
I love my mama. That's Mama Moon right there. I'm sure you guys will hear quite a bit.
I love it. So we're going to be getting started here. Practice is coming up in a few weeks, and then season's going to start middle of June. I know that the schedule is coming out very soon. I know that they've been working on it. I know it's probably pretty imminent here in the next few days.
Yeah, I see so. Yeah.
Just talk about being able to get ready and get into practice and get into trying to get ready for games, getting ready for that big in that mode.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm excited. I'm excited to strap up and get back at it. Obviously, the hitting aspect might be a little rusty, but everybody knows you just need that first bit of contact and it all comes flowing back. It's like riding a bike. But I think the thing I'm most excited about is to bond with the guys, honestly, because everybody there seems cool. Everybody's there is extremely outgoing, extremely nice. And obviously at the workout, I saw some really crazy athleticism, raw talent, guys that are just going out there hungry and determined to ball. I'm excited to be a part of that.
Awesome. Nope. Coach Grimes says practice schedule coming. So he's getting ready for it too. Let's put it that way. All right, man.
So yeah. So again, you had one interaction with the team before you were with the team. Like, what did your opinion of the team change from the time that you looked us up to the time that you left? Do you feel better or do you feel worse? Like, how do you feel about the kind of how consistent are we? Like, do we match the energy that we put out?
Yeah, absolutely. The energy is very apparent in online social media. The effort that I'm sure you guys put in to run this and make it look like an absolutely professional organization it takes a lot of time, takes a lot of dedication, and it always comes from the top and it always trickles its way down. And I can see that in the guys, from everybody from obviously you, Chris, all the way down to the newest guys like me that showed up to a workout and said, "Hey, I just want a shot."
No, that's a great thing, man. Like we do put effort in it for guys like you, and so guys like you that has family like you can continue cheering on their loved ones to play something that they love. That's what this is about.
And hey, we got another representative for Rensselaer County. Let's go.
That's right.
Sand Lake and Hoosick Falls. Let's go.
Yeah, no doubt about it. No, us Western County guys got to stick together, man.
That's it.
Yeah, we do us 518 boys. Got to be together.
That's right.
That's it. That's it.
Well, that's the fun part about this team too. Is like we got a little bit of everything. From a Rensselaer County to an Albany County to a 413 to an 802 to a 518. That's what makes our team special, I think.
That we're pulling from all over the tri-state, between Mass, Vermont, and New York. So yeah.
So, Adam, did you have anything you wanted to, continue with James or?
Yeah, I think, like I said, just kind of reiterating, I'm excited. I posted online. We had a ton of talent. We had 40 something guys. I know there was a handful of guys that couldn't even make it, so we're going to have even more guys. And I think, just watching them kind of get ready, and then we did the 40-yard dash, and just seeing these guys just, put in the work, even just for that short, part, you could see the athleticism, you can see the talent, and there's nothing better than that. If it's easy to work with when you have guys that can do it. So
yeah, like watching the guys through the 40 times, it was like, it's always a good thing to do. I think we all know that service wasn't ideal for our optimum 40 time, but that really wasn't what it was about. It was about healthy competition, teamwork, and watching guys cheer each other on. And like it was a competition, but it was like it came from a good place. It wasn't I'm better than you, I'm going to push you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Healthy competition, and listening to Jalen complain that his time was too slow because he was on the grass and not the turf.
I'm not sure who ran the fastest 40. I think it was Mike Temple, but I really don't know.
I believe it. I believe it was, but yeah. Either way, I think we had guys in the high fours. We had a bunch of guys in the low fives. I mean, even some of the guys that are going to set up as offensive and defensive linemen were running, low fives and for the 40. I mean, Jesus, again, you just see that talent just, that cream rises to the top,
Yeah, Mike. Yeah. Yep. Coaches. Yeah, it was Mike Temple.
He's confirming it with us.
Yeah, Mike's quick. There's a lot of quick guys in his team. Like when somebody hears 5, they want to run the other direction. But the reality of it is, like, it was again, on grass, wet. I was impressed, quite honestly. There wasn't. I mean, shoot, there wasn't a lot of people that I wasn't impressed with, to be honest with you. Some people surprised me.
Made it hard to pick, I bet, when we're talking about guys that are in and guys that might not be.
Yep.
Makes it really difficult, which is a good thing. It's a good problem to have.
Yeah, we're lucky. We're in a good place right now, but that's right now. We just got to keep working. And I know the coaches, starting with Coach Grimes, certainly isn't satisfied based on what we did on Saturday, but meaning we can get better, and that's what we're gonna do. So, Adam, do you have anything else you want to touch base with James? I mean, he's been a great guest. I mean,
absolutely. Yeah, I look forward to working with you as we go forward, my man.
Absolutely, me as well. Thank you, guys.
Well, thank you for being on. We will be back next week, and I agree with Casey. There's something about that green and purple. I don't know what it is. It is different. It's not exclusive to us, but we do have a different look that nobody else has, and I'm proud of that.
Did you want to promote, by the way, stuff? Do you want to promote stuff?
Yeah, there's a lot of things, and I'll have to put it in the chat here, but we have storm hats, storm hooded sweatshirts, and there's also a website that's out there that also has t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, shorts, sweatpants, hats, winter hats. I'll share that in the comments here, but we have a square store that has all the stuff we have in stock, plus this secondary one that's for BSN, and the BSN will ship directly to you.
And the prices are very reasonable for the product. The products are very good. they could definitely be used as some warm up stuff as well. So yeah, just go on to, and I know Sip will put in the links, and
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll share it over through all the different places. So pick up your gear, get ready for the Storm season.
Yeah, we're excited, and any support is greatly appreciated. As Adam touched on before, our schedule should be out here pretty soon. We do know that we will have 2 home games at Mount Anthony High School, which is tremendous for us. We're looking for people to come out and cheer the team on. These guys deserve it. We usually have great crowds there, almost always great games. As a whole, as an organization, we can't get ready, or sorry, we can't wait to show you what we've been working on. And we're going to try to change some people's opinions about the team we could be. So that's the goal. So with that, we'll catch you next week.